Good morning. So, a few months ago, probably about a year ago actually, I signed up for a middle distance triathlon, which is the same distance as a half Ironman or Ironman 17.3, which is going to be interesting. It's actually my first triathlon. If you scroll back on my videos, you can see at some point I did try to participate at a sprint triathlon, but the swim was cancelled, so that became a duathlon. I'll leave the link up here somewhere if you'd like to go back and have a look at it. But yes, so now I'm just heading to the venue. It's in the Cotswold, a beautiful part of the UK. It's going to be a lake swim, and the bike ride is going to be fairly flat, and the run is going to be a bit of a mix between woods and road, which is going to be interesting, and it's going to be quite nice as tomorrow is going to be hot as it has been the rest of the week, and having a bit of shade to hide during the run is going to be really helpful. But anyway, at the moment I'm just heading to the venue for the registration. Once I'm there, I'll show you what the registration is, and I think there is going to be a brief as well. Reading around a lot of posts around social media, apparently this is a very beginner friendly triathlon, even though it's a middle distance, so it's quite a long race. They are very flexible with it. They let you just do bike run or aqua bike or anything like that at the last minute as well. Of course, that will mean that maybe you don't get the right medal at the end of it, but hey, they are very good with cut-off times as well. They're not very strict as long as you are not in danger, as long as they're not in danger for you or for others, they'll let you finish the race. They are very good with the organization. The organizer has been sending newsletters quite regularly with all the information and all the updates. And they even organized a familiarization day, which I attended, and it was quite awesome. It was one lap of the bike course and one lap of the run, and you could ask any question and they would be really happy to answer back. And to be fair, I'm very impressed with the organization so far, especially for the price. The price of this race was a fraction of what an Ironman race is. And yeah, okay, the Ironman, when you sign up for all the vibes as well. But so far, I must admit, I'm very impressed. So for an Ironman, you pay an average of probably £500 to participate. On this race, I paid £186. It's organised by a company called 113 Events. And this one in particular is the 113 Cotswold Classic. They do another one in June, which is a slightly different bike course, which is flatter, but I prefer the sound of this one, so I signed up for this one. £186 I think I paid. For the amount of organisation, there's going to be a lot of marshals around the bike course as well. I think something like 70 or 80 marshals. There's going to be 3 or 4 BTF bike with the referees. There is going to be 50 or 55 canoeists, something like that, on the swim, which is way above the minimum requirement. And there's going to be 3 aid stations on the run course, which you will pass 3 times. So a total of 9 possible aid stations to stop at, with gels, drinks, all sorts of nutrition. And on the bike ride, there is going to be 1 aid station that you'll pass twice. So, as I mentioned, very well organized event. They've got medics, portaloos, marshals, volunteers, and they even get in touch with the locals to spray some water if it's hot and to pass out jelly babies if the kids don't eat it first. But yes, so I'm heading to the registration. Once I'm there, I'll show you what it looks like. Just arrived, parked the car over there somewhere. Now I'm just gonna walk down the road. The race is just down there, not far, for registration, and we'll see how show around. Also worth mentioning, it is 12:15 and it is about 31 degrees right now, so pretty warm, and probably, hopefully actually, I hope tomorrow we'll be finishing the race about this time, and so it's gonna be hot because the weather is gonna be very similar to today. Here is where the bike rack and transition is going to be. It is quite a big field. You've got Portaloos at the bottom there, and there is where you enter the lake, and then you run all the way down here and then enter transition from there, and then you exit the bike from there where the carpet is. Those are the inflatable for the lake, for the course. They're still not on the lake, but the round is up wide all the way around there, then come in, go out again, and then finish there where I showed you earlier. And this is the key for registration, so now I'm just gonna do that. Registration is done. I got the little bag. It's got towels, some wetsuit washing thing, and the swim cup, all the numbers, the chips and everything needed. Now I'm just heading to the briefing. It's not mandatory, but I think it's better to know or to hear the same things too many times that not enough. So yes, just heading at the swim exit, and it should be in about half an hour. Alright, so registration and brief is done. It looks great. I'm really excited for tomorrow. I have bought a few things for the bike, including a saddle mount, bottle cage and body glide anti-chafing balm, which with the temperature that it is, it's probably useful to have. Now I am going to head home, sort out the last couple of bits on the bike. I did service it yesterday, but I'll mount the bottle cage on it and then start preparing the bags and go through the hydration and nutrition, and I can show you what I'm going to prepare for tomorrow. Okay, so I got home. Now the bike is done. I fitted the two profile design bottle cages up here, as they seem a bit more secure than the one I had before, and I don't want the bottle to fall. I also fitted the rear one over there with a carbon fiber bottle cage, and on that one I'm going to have my tools, my spare tubes for the front, my pump, my tire levers and my multi-tool. Hopefully I won't need it, but I need to be self-sufficient if something goes wrong. There's going to be a mechanic at the aid station, but if it happens on the road I need to be able to just fix it. On the rear I'm running a tubular tire and it's got sealant in it, so hopefully nothing will go wrong there, but we will see tomorrow. I wanted to kind of talk you through my nutrition plan. So I got a fair amount of bottle here. Tomorrow is going to be a hot day, so I'm going to start the day with a full, I think it's 750, 1 liter bottle of electrolyte. I have found this brand, Endurance, or For Endurance as well is the website, and they are awesome. I really like the flavor of the gel. I like the fact that the gels are 45 grams of carbs, so I need to take 2 gels. Often you need to take 3 or more to make up to 90 grams, which is my hourly goal. So I got a full liter with 1 tablet of 1200 milligrams of sodium to start the day. I'm going to have a breakfast with 150 grams of carbs, more or less, and then I'm going to head to the race. About 40 minutes before the start of the race, I'm going to have the pre-workout. So I'm going to have 1.5 scoop of these, which is about 300 milligrams of caffeine. And I'm going to start sipping that about 40 minutes before the start of the race. Going forward to that, about 15 minutes to the start, I'm going to take 45 grams of carb gel, and then the swim. On the bike, I'm going to have 2 bottles, one with 90 grams of carbohydrates, which is this one, still from Endurance. Really like the taste, really like how easy it is to drink and to digest. And on the other bottle, I'm going to have another tablet of electrolyte. On the 500 milliliter bottles, aero bottles, that's going to go on the bike as well, is going to have electrolyte as well. So in total, I'm aiming for 3,600 milligrams of sodium during the 6-hour race because it's going to be a very hot day. I am aiming to drink the first bottle of carbohydrate in the first 45 minutes to an hour of the race. Then I'm going to get to the aid station, and there I'm going to exchange my carb bottle with a normal plain water bottle. And from that point onwards, I'm going to take gel one every half an hour with a few sips of water. And at the end of the race, I'm going to go into transition. I'm going to have my water bottle again there. I'm going to get a gel before the start of the run, drink some water, and then I'm going to carry 3 gels with me, 1 for each half an hour. So I'm aiming to finish the run in about 2 hours, I reckon. So 1 in the beginning and then 3 with me. At the aid station, there's going to be water, flat Coke, and isotonic drinks, which I won't need, but I will definitely use the water to drink the gels with. And I am going to use the flat Coke probably towards the end of the race just to give me that little bit of boost. In total, it's going to be 10 of these gels during the race. I've got mainly orange flavor. There is 1 strawberry flavor and 1 lemon flavor. But as I said, these gels are really easy to digest and really easy to eat. So yes, now I'm going to pack everything up. I think the gels are going to leave onto the cockpit here, a couple, and a couple onto this little pouch. And if I've got problem, I've got pockets on my tri-suit on the back. But anyway, so this is the plan, 90 grams of carbs per hour. And that's it. If you got any question, please let me know. I will leave a link of all these down in the description. I'm not affiliate to them, but I really, really genuinely like it. So the next step is going to be pack the bags and get everything ready for tomorrow. I'm a bit nervous I'm going to forget something. I have tried to put the elastics on the shoes as well to have a faster transition. I'm not a pro, but I'm just going to give it a go. I might fall off the bike, and in that case, we'll just both have a laugh. But anyway, I'll see you in a bit. I hope you enjoyed this bit. I'll let you know what I'm going to pack next. So it is time to pack everything, and I really don't want to miss things and forget things. So I put everything down there on the sofa. I'll walk you through now. I've got the bike here ready to go. Also need to walk you through, and I've got the bottles in the fridge. So these are my bottles, not the milk, but all of these. So I've got the morning electrolyte, the bike ride electrolyte, the caffeine drink, and the carbohydrates drink there, ready in the fridge for tomorrow to go on the bike. This is the bike. I've got 2 gels in there, 2 gels in there. I've got the computer mount. One thing to point out about the computer is that I turned off the function of auto off, so it won't switch off, it will just stay on. So we'll turn it on when I put the bike in transition, get the ride ready, and then when I start moving it will automatically start it. Then as well, I have fitted the elastic bands for the shoes to be like that. I have never done a jump on transition with the shoes, but I guess we'll see how that goes. It can go one of 2 ways, either go brilliant, or I might just have to stop and put my shoes on properly. And that one is the back one. And then the rear bottle mount, I decided to put, as I mentioned earlier, the tools and spare tube in here instead of a bottle, because I think I've got plenty of fluid with all the transitions. So starting from here, I've got an adhesive that's going to go on the disc wheel once I check the pressure, and I will check that just before the race. I've got deodorant for after the race. I've got the Body Glide, the anti-chafe balm, which can be pretty useful. Got a little towel to dry my feet when I come out of the water, and that needs to be stored in a bag. That's a new rule of triathlon, so you're not allowed to leave the towel on the floor anymore, so you need to have it
folded up in a bag. And if you want to leave it on the floor, it needs to be 12 inches by 12 inches, and I don't have anything of that size. Here is the swimming stuff. I've got my goggles, the anti-fog fluid, the timing chip, and the swimming cap. And I also have my heart rate monitor alongside the tri-suit over there. Then coming into transition is going to be time for the bike. So I've got the tri-suit, I've got the helmet, I've got the shoes on the bike, and then I'm gonna put some socks on. So I'll leave them in the shoes like that, so I can just grab it one on each foot and then just run out of transition. And I will also grab one gel there. Also the bib number there, sorry, the number belt with the number there. And then when the bike ride is finished, coming to transition, it's time for the run. So we've got the shoes, I've got the hat, one gel in transition, and then I'll put 3 gels into the side pocket of my tri-suit. And I've got the glasses here as well, the sunglasses. So that's it for the race. And then I just got a couple of things there for the post race. So a fresh towel and underwear, shorts and t-shirt. And then my wife over there just working. So now I'll just pack everything into the bag, and then I will go for a sleep. So this was basically the day of registration. So the day before the race, I showed you how the registration worked. We did a debrief at the race as well, and then I had to pack everything. I went through the setup of the bike and the nutrition on course. I hope you like it. The race is tomorrow, but that's going to be another video. So if you like content like this about triathlon, about racing, training or anything, let me know down in the comment. If you like the video, click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one. So I will see you tomorrow.